Junior Jewels, I'm Carly.
And I'm Jess, and we are the hosts of Typical Tuesday Night,
a Taylor Swift podcast.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Yes.
I feel like we've been deep diving into those midnight songs. That is like kind of emotionally draining. I know that sounds probably so lame to say.
No.
But I'm like, oh my gosh. After like all of those episodes, I've been like, oh my gosh. Okay,
it
poor
was
Taylor.
Intense.
It
and
was.
Obviously, like we said this, like it was supposed to be 2 parts, ended up being 3 parts.
Yeah.
And so it was like even more intense than we expected it to be. So
oh yeah.
It was fun while it lasted.
100%. But I was
excited.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I was like, I'm just excited. This will be a good, like, lighthearted, casual episode. We are going to do a deep dive on the Easter eggs in the Karma music video.
Yes.
So
it's going to be so fun.
Kind of fun.
Yes. Midnights. I'll keep wanting to say Karma. Midnights has 4 music videos, you guys.
Yes.
And we thought about it for a long time, like which one we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We picked Karma because we're not going to do all of them.
Yeah.
But we are gonna do.
We want to do another one.
Yeah.
At least one more too.
At least one more, maybe 2, and
honestly,
down the line.
Yeah, maybe eventually.
Eventually all of them.
Yeah, I think so.
But just for variety's sake, we'll take it slow.
Yes.
But please, if you have one that you really want us to deep dive, head over to the
Comment.
YouTube if you haven't heard.
Yeah. If you haven't, what? We're on YouTube?
Oh my gosh.
People are probably like, oh my gosh, skip.
I'm so annoying.
Exit out of this podcast.
Ad break, we're on YouTube. Just kidding.
For reals.
We head over to our YouTube and comment on YouTube which Midnight's music video you want us to deep dive next.
Yeah. Because I think we're going to do another one. But it's fun when you guys tell us which ones you guys want.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yes, if you guys are not watching this on YouTube, some of the other ones I'm like, yeah, watch on YouTube if you want. It's fun. But like this one is one that I probably would encourage people to watch on YouTube, because what we're going to do is we have pictures of these Easter eggs that we will put up on the screen with us as we're chatting about them. So it's just going to make your life way easier if you want to see exactly what we're talking about. Because I feel like that's one reason we wanted to do YouTube too. Because sometimes it's hard as we're like chatting about these like Easter eggs. It's like, okay, so opening scene, it looks like this and there's a picture of this. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember? And they're like, what? Especially like me, if I was listening and I hadn't watched it in 2 years when this came out.
It'd be so confusing.
I'd be like, oh, I vaguely, okay, yeah. Where now we'll just have all the screen grabs for you guys to see right here. So
yes,
definitely head to YouTube. You can just find us. You just search Typical Tuesday Night.
Yeah.
And I guess podcast. But honestly, if you search Typical Tuesday Night, we can go to.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll totally enhance your experience for the episode. So
yes,
definitely check it out.
Yes.
And then we wanted to read a review today. That's something we like to do, either a DM from you guys or a review every episode. And so we really appreciate all your reviews. So if you have not left us a review, you can specifically leave like typed out reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can just rate. So you just hit the 5 stars.
You can always leave us a comment, I guess.
You can on like specific episodes. You can send comments. We see those. You can comment on our YouTube, our Instagram. Wherever. So many ways to get in touch with us.
For us.
We appreciate you guys so much. So this review is from Mia Merrill, and it says, taught me so many fun facts about Taylor and Taylor Nation. Love these girls. It's like I'm talking with my best friends. So
short and sweet, but to the point. Honestly, like that's, I mean, we've said it before. I'll say it again. We want it to feel like you guys are just like chatting with friends about Taylor and learning things you haven't known.
Yes.
So that's what we do.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I feel like we've had a lot of long episodes lately. So I vote we just like jump right in. We'll see. We never know. I'm always like, I feel like this one's going to be shorter. And then you were like, yeah, you said that about the last one.
Tale as old as time. We always underestimate our episodes. But
we
it's just because we get so carried away. I know. It's so fun.
So fun. Yeah. Exactly. It's so fun. So if you guys have never listened to one of our music video episodes. Basically, what we do is we just go like scene by scene. We describe the scene, we talk about the Easter eggs that we see, and then any thoughts around it. But pretty straightforward.
I mean, you guys know, if you're new here and don't know, we do our research. We pull from multiple sources. There's so many great people who are amazing at finding we are not finding these ourselves. We are doing the research, pulling it all together for you and presenting it to you in like a fun and I don't know,
exactly
resourceful way.
Yes, 100%. And if we do miss one that you guys know of, just comment down below, because I love when people like I don't feel offended by that. I'm like, oh, I missed one, okay, like whatever, like tell us, like I want to know all of the things, like that's why we do this. So
especially this specific one. At the end, I feel like the end scene has just like endless theories. So
oh, for sure. Well, and it's interesting too, because as I was like watching it and like compiling all of these, it's so weird to me in my head. We did not have a 1989 announcement yet. We had a Speak Now announcement, and we knew that was coming. We didn't even have that yet.
Wow.
So many of these Easter eggs are like we're like clowning that 1989 will be announced or released in August, and I'm like, yeah, it was announced in August and released in October. What, like, it's just weird to be like,
to like kind of
retroactively think about these Easter eggs. But it was also really cool to see how many people got right. Like so many people were like, August is a big deal, and we like see that in here, so that was kind of fun.
It's fun too, because obviously there's so much clowning around Taylor Swift. Obviously right now we're in a bit of a clowning slump, I feel like. But it's fun to see, like, there's so many, honestly, like, made up Easter. I don't know if I want to say made up Easter eggs, but like, there's just a lot of ways to connect things, and it's really cool to look back, like you said, retrospectively, and see like this is how, like, this is proof, like this is a Taylor Swift Easter egg. This is what it looks like. This is how it like manifested itself to be like true and all of that, like especially with Speak Now and like the koi fish and stuff. That was like a really fun one. I don't know, it's just fun to like learn from it.
100%.
And then maybe after this we'll all be able to figure out when Rep TV is coming out. I don't know,
maybe, hopefully, probably not. Honestly,
I've given up at this point. So Carly's like, don't even talk to me.
For real. There were some things in here of people being like, and now Rep TV will come at this time. I'm like, that makes so sense. Oh, you said 2024. Nope, that's out.
Well,
you still convinced me, and it's 2025.
How are you feeling, Carly, now that March 21st is come and gone?
I mean, I said it on our Patreon, but I had a mini funeral because I was so sad.
It was sad.
So I was clowning so extremely hard for Rep TV to be released on March 21st. Like, I don't think I've ever clowned that hard for anything.
No, you were
like
committed.
Ever. Oh, I was literally convinced. Like, I thought for sure that was it. There was literally no possibility that it wasn't happening. I was literally devastated when Selena announced her album. I was like, I have to stop. Like, I've already told myself I'm stopping clowning, but like, this one literally broke my heart.
Oh man.
But we'll eventually get it. It's just funny too, because I've said this before. Rep's not even my favorite album. Sorry.
It just shows
like,
though how powerful.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
The anticipation, the clowning, the Easter eggs, the teasing, how powerful marketing wise it is.
That is such a good point. Because it's true. I'm like, I'm not even that excited for the album. It's probably like the least like excited, like one I'm excited for. I probably like all the other ones better than Rep. I know there's a lot of people that are probably like screaming at me right now, but like, I don't know. But I'm like, I need to know. I need to know what is going to happen. Oh man.
It's just driving us a little bit crazy.
Just a little crazy, you know. It's gotta be soon.
You know, so much for not doing too much chit-chatting.
Too much to chat about. Okay, well, why don't you start with the opening scene?
Okay, so the opening scene shows the Midnight's Moonstone vinyl, which is one of the vinyls you can purchase.
Yeah.
And it's playing on a record player. And above it, we see a painting. And some people have thought to believe it's a painting of Long Pond Studios, which is super interesting.
Yeah.
It's also signed Swift, the painting, which means she painted it, which
I'm like, of course.
we got one of those in the Cardigan music video.
I think so.
A Taylor
like
Swift
above.
painted painting. So that's
But once
fun.
again, I'm just like, of course. Like, what can't you do?
Yeah, I know. Classic.
Like,
I actually
there's
saw
no way I can paint something like that. It wasn't even that like intricate.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
but
couldn't
still,
be me.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Well, I actually saw recently a clip of Taylor on like social media, an old one.
Yeah.
Of them like asking what she likes to do in her spare time, and she literally said painting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
like hadn't connected like until I like saw this and then remembered Cardigan. I'm like, she does love to paint.
That's
Isn't
cool.
That so fun?
I love that.
I'm like, when do you have time to paint?
For reals though. For reals. The amount of times I'm like, I just don't have time for that. And then I'm like, I have the same amount of time in my day that Taylor.
She's like, to decompress, I love to paint. I'm like, when do you decompress?
Yeah, for real. When do you have time for that?
Seriously.
Okay, so then like a magical swirl comes from the vinyl as it's spinning, and we see butterflies coming out. We have one purple, one blue, and one teal. And a lot of people believe those represent 1989, Speak Now, and Debut. So kind of interesting because it's like, well, where is Karma? Because at that point, those would have been the 4 that had not been released yet, like re-records. Somebody else.
Karma?
Oh my gosh. Rep.
We got Karma on our minds.
We really do. Rep. So that would have been like the 4th one that like wasn't released. Somebody did point out that like in the Me music video, she starts as a snake and then turns into butterflies. So maybe that
totally what that scene
was like the connection.
It was like though that's like it feels so similar, the butterflies coming out.
Oh, 100%. So I'm like, okay, so maybe that's like where it's connected to. But somebody else believed those were just the ones that she has finished recording. So meaning she had finished those ones, but she's not finished recording. Rep. So that was kind of an interesting idea. But before we move on, we have to take a moment for the transitions in this song. I love the transitions, like in the movement, like the way it goes from scene to scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
so good.
Love it.
But yeah, with the butterflies too and the Moonstone vinyl, like honestly, it gives like pretty strong debut.
Oh, totally.
Vibes.
Totally.
That being said,
because like if you're thinking about it, those were the 3 colors, and we know that Taylor's been really pushing teal is debut, and like she wants us to know that. We see a purple and a blue. Okay, Speak Now, 1989. We've had those released.
Yeah.
Does that mean debut's next?
Maybe.
Well, I just honestly, some of this stuff I'm like, is debut next?
Yeah.
Like, have I been wrong? I mean, I'll never
at
know.
this
I'll
point,
never know. I hope I know.
I think I've pretty much committed. I think especially now that the Eras tour is over.
Okay.
And we just aren't getting much from her. I have pretty much committed to I'm just here to enjoy the ride, and I'm excited for whenever the heck we get whatever we're getting.
You're like, whenever we get TS12.
Yeah, I am pretty excited for TS12.
I'm just kidding.
Which I do think is coming sooner than we'd expect.
Oh, man. I'm trying to enjoy the ride.
Yes, I know.
But then I do things like this, and my mind just goes psycho. And I'm like, you're right. Where is Karma, the Lost album?
Oh, that I'll never. I mean, I said before a couple episodes ago, I will not rest in peace if we never get Karma. So.
And that's the thing is like there's theories in here talking about how this song shows that there is Karma, the Lost album. And I'm like,
yes, I know.
Of course. Of course. Where is it?
That's really why we wanted to do this music video.
Probably. We're Karma truthers.
We are. Okay, so the next scene, it shows Taylor as Lady Justice. She's a statue, the goddess of justice. Some people believe that because she's getting her albums back, aka creating justice. Other people believe she's supposed to be nemesis or goddess of revenge. And then the column that she's standing on has the Roman numerals that makes 1989.
like,
Classic. The goddess of justice is also a Libra. So people were clowning that 1989 would be released in October.
Yeah,
Check.
right. Which I'm like, that's so
Amazing.
cool. Like, way to go, people.
So
way
cool.
to go.
And then in the back, it actually says karma.
And it's like graffiti.
Yeah, it looks very similar to like on the man wall, which is interesting. Very interesting.
Very.
And this is a theory that someone submitted that I'm gonna read really fast.
Perfect.
So they said, Karma could still be the album that was never released. Her releasing this song actually helps prove that the album is still a thing. You know how she said that Midnights was about nights that kept her up in the past? What if she wrote the song Karma way later on after the Karma album was written to sum everything on that album up? Like Karma, the song, is just the thesis to the unreleased Karma album.
I love that.
I love that too because, again, we're Karma truthers. I'm like excited. I didn't think about the fact that we'd probably talk about Karma's last album so much today, and I'm so excited.
You're like, yes,
because that's my favorite thing. But I get a little frustrated when people make the argument of like, she wouldn't name a song Karma if she has a lost album called Karma that she's eventually going to release. I'm like, why?
Yes, she would.
Like, yeah.
That like screams Taylor Swift to me.
Yes.
And like I love Karma, the song is a thesis of the unreleased Karma. That is 100% what Taylor would do.
Yeah. For sure.
Here's a little Easter egg.
I agree.
Let's see who picks it up.
Yes, I love that. And then there's also the Empire State Building in the corner, and that could be a reference to 1989 and the song Welcome to New York. So
many little hints. It's funny because like now when I watch the video, like I don't really think about those Easter eggs. Like I'm only looking for like rep and debut. So it's kind of fun to like force myself to be like, oh, okay, yeah, like currently we're still looking for 1989 Easter eggs. Yes. We don't know when that's coming.
Well, it's interesting too because there's so like throughout this whole thing, there's so many 1989 Easter eggs. Yeah. Like so many. Which is fun because that they're hidden and in there so like covertly. Yeah. Because nothing about this music video says 1989. No. Like nothing. And so it's cool like, to see how they can put them in there.
Like I felt like Bejeweled the vibe of like a fairy tale story and that like very much fit like Speak Now. And it had a lot of Speak Now. But yeah, this music video, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like
But they're there. So much in there.
Yes, they're there.
Yeah.
Okay, then it like flips and we have Taylor in the Underworld. Very rep vibes. She's like in all black. She's like got this Aries mask. I almost Marco Polo'd you this today. And I was
but you said save it for the podcast.
Exactly. Some people were saying Rep TV will be released in Aries season.
Okay.
Do you know what the exact dates of the Aries season are? No, you don't. I would be shocked if you did.
I do not know astrology. Is that even the right term?
Yeah.
Very well. Okay. I know I'm a Scorpio, and that's
it. There you go. That's all I know. I basically know mine. Okay. The dates of Aries season. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my H word.
2, 4/19, which was when Tortured Poets was released.
What?
Like, I'm sorry. How does that fit like so perfect?
That's insane.
So, like,
are we not gonna get Rep TV till next March?
No. I almost wonder if like 3, 2, 1
is like the
beginning of like the new Rep era.
Yeah.
Like she's not gonna drop it.
Yeah.
But like that is the start of her being like, it's Aries season. It's 3, 2, 1. I'm not like doing anything yet, but like be prepared. And we will get it. I'm just gonna
wipe my Instagram clean and go from there. Just kidding.
I would love that so much. Well, no, because I like her Instagram. But I just don't think she's gonna necessarily do anything on 3, 2, 1 to take away from Selena's album.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I do think the date has a significance. So when I saw that like even that date being the start of the
Carly's
Aries
still
season.
in denial. Just
I
kidding.
am. No, 100%. When I saw this, I was like, I was right. It does mean something with
Oh
Rep
my
TV.
gosh, that's
I'm just
so
like
funny.
grasping at straws. But it does make me wonder if Rep could be coming in that like month time span.
Yeah, I can see it.
So I'm here for it. That's my new thing.
What was I gonna say? I don't know.
It's funny too because we're recording this early, and there's some episodes we record early just in case like something happens.
Yes,
one of us is sick.
It
Anyway,
does happen.
it does happen. It's happened.
And we've been
yes.
prepared, luckily.
We've got you guys' back. But I was thinking about kind of like something could have already happened.
Yeah, we're recording pre 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, pre 3, 2, 1, and this will come out
3, 2, 1.
Yes, exactly. So you guys could be listening and being like, "These idiots, Rep was released last week."
It will be hilarious.
I would. Oh my gosh,
I would love if something.
I would too.
Between now and then.
But this episode's like smack dab in the middle of Aries season.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Here we go.
We could be in the middle of our Rep era. But anyway, there's also a snake in the back left, like on this rock. So I feel like just another Rep Easter egg. Somebody pointed out that there's 12 dancers around her, and then her 12 plus 1, 13. So there's like 13 demons. I also love this. So during the scene is when she sings, "'Cause if you dare, you'll see the glare of everyone you burned just to get there." And then she like waves high at the camera. And it's like she's singing this to whoever, burned her because she's one of those people that they burned. And that's why she's like in the underworld. I just like love that. I hadn't like totally made that connection. And then another thing with that hand. So on the hand that she waves with, there's a couple of interesting things. We see the black nail that's appearing. She also has a ring on her second finger and her fourth finger. And it's like the same vibe that she did with her like Eris Tour nails. And so a lot of people are saying that a ring being on the second finger is for Fearless already being released. And then fourth finger for Red already being released. But on the other hand, there's also a ring on the seventh finger. So a lot of people are kind of confused, like, well, okay, so 2nd and 4 makes sense, but why 7? Like the 7th album is Lover. Like why wouldn't you also have one on 8 and 9 and 10? Unless she's just saying like the start, like her 7th album was the first one she owned by herself. So she's re-recorded 2nd and 4, and then the 7th was the start of her owning everything after.
Or if you think about it, it could be 242, which, well, no, that doesn't work.
No. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I liked it until I was like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So if anybody can figure that out, comment down below.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I did want to comment on that scene. I know most people listening. I know probably all people listening to this episode will feel the same as us, so I feel safe to say it. But that scene, it's like so annoying that people take that scene and they just plaster it and they're like, Taylor's so satanic or demonic or whatever. And I'm just like, sure, if you just look at that.
Yeah, if you don't know the context.
Not looking great. But if you have context, if you understand what she's singing about.
100%.
The background on it, it's like, then you understand.
Then you get it.
Yeah. Like,
well, and like,
she's
this
wearing
is how she
an
feels.
Aries mask. Like, it's specifically an Aries mask. She's not just like looking like
the devil.
Because I didn't know that was an Aries mask.
No, I didn't either.
And so to know that makes it even more obvious. I don't know. Anyways, it's just interesting. But
I know.
People will. That's what people did too. When she added Tortured Poets to the Eris tour, and she has that part at the end of Who's Afraid of Little Me, where her eyes go all blank or whatever.
Yeah. People just like look for reasons. They're just like,
always.
Whatever. We're a safe place. If you're listening to this and you don't, I'd be like, why are you listening to a Taylor Swift podcast?
I know. I agree.
Whatever.
Oh man. Okay, so next we come to one of my favorite scenes.
I know. I love this part.
It's so fun. We have the little like Wizard of Oz, Dorothy scene with the yellow brick road, which is so fun. And I just love everything about it. I love like the style of the setting.
Mhm.
I love her outfit and her hair. There's
With the
a
like
girl,
beret.
I think I think her name is Swifties in KC. She posts a lot of like clowning videos. She has like
Okay.
red hair. I don't know if
Oh,
you know who
yes.
I'm talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Yeah, she
Uh-huh.
talks about Sabrina a lot too.
Yes. I'm trying to. Is it Swifties in KC?
I'm pretty sure.
Swifties? I thought it was like Swifties in something. Seattle?
Sweetheart?
Sweet. That may
Swiftie, sweetheart? I don't know.
keep
Anyways,
talking.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She wore that outfit to the Eras tour. She
Oh,
like
she
did that
did?
whole look, and it
That's
was
cute.
so cute.
That's way cute.
It was so cute. But yeah, so Taylor is singing "It's Coming
Swiftie
Back."
Sweetheart.
Swiftie Sweetheart. Okay.
13.
Now I have to
I was
remember
like-
which one is Swifties and Casey. Oh, actually, I can picture her. It is Swifties.
But yeah, she's a good follow if you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see Taylor's wearing ruby red shoes, a light blue dress, and a yellow beret. And she's singing "It's Coming Back Around." Someone mentioned that the yellow beret is very Bonnie and Clyde vibes. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe we will get a getaway car music video.
I'm like, I'm here for it.
That
I'm
would
here.
be amazing. I don't remember.
I feel like that is such a small, like, I don't feel like that can convince me necessarily that we're getting a getaway car music video, but I was here for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. Sign me up. I need that music video.
In talking about getaway car music video, I think I saw a post. I don't think we made it. That's so funny that I can't remember if we made it or if someone else made it. But someone was saying like, "Oh, I love that like Taylor listens to her fans and does this or that or whatever." And they're like, "If she listens to her fans, we need a getaway car music video and a Cruel Summer music video." And
it's
like,
so true.
She knows.
Oh,
maybe it was in relation to All Too Well 10-minute version or something.
Okay.
But it was like I think she's quite aware that everyone really wants a getaway car music video.
I think she'll give it to us.
And I mean, even just the visuals that they used for Getaway Car at the rec tour were like so epic. Also, a lot of it was filmed in Utah where we live, which is so fun. As soon as they showed it, I immediately was like, that's Utah.
It's cool. We get a lot of those like outdoor scenes here.
Yes.
Which is cool.
And there's also like, I mean, people saw it as Rep was coming next, but during the I Can See You music video, like the getaway car.
Yes.
We kind of thought that was like a Rep Easter egg, which maybe it was, but maybe more
for just like
getting a music video.
I think she'll give it to us.
I'm still super duper sad that we did not get a music video from 1989 Vault.
I know.
Like so sad
especially
about it.
Because those Vault tracks are so incredible.
So good.
They're so
I mean, obviously she's very busy. Writing it on a tour, writing a new album, filming music videos for the new album, dating a super cool football player, I don't know, painting, playing with her
doing
cats.
all the things.
But maybe one day, but probably not.
I know. I feel like it's past time.
I don't want it. It would be so epic.
It really would be.
Anyways, sorry, I got way off track there.
I love it.
Obviously, referencing Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, which was released on August 25th, 1939, 50 years before 1989. So maybe that people were like wondering if that was an important date.
Yeah.
August 25th, obviously.
Nothing.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
But interesting.
But I liked throwing in a few of the ones that we were like wrong about because I also thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
To see.
It was also fun because like honestly, when I think about that scene, there's nothing super specific to it that I'm like, yeah, this totally belonged like in that music video for like XYZ. Like it seems a little
it's kind of like
random, but it was super fun also to have that in there, knowing that Wicked was coming.
Yes.
So that was really fun.
Yes.
And actually, I'll save that comment for a later scene that we're going to talk about. But so The Wizard of Oz is also one of Selena Gomez's favorite movies. So maybe that had something to do with it. Yeah. And then a theory that someone wrote was the metaphor to reclaiming her album, since Dorothy's story is one trying to get back home, and Taylor has written about not owning her albums being parallel to not being able to go home, and the lyrics of My Tears Ricochet, and I can go anywhere I want, anywhere, just not home. Totally.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
I'm like,
so,
hey,
yeah.
I just said it doesn't really make sense. There you go.
There you go.
It makes sense. I love that.
I know.
That's
I thought that was
perfect.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she sings I Keep My Side of the Street Clean as she's like cleaning the yellow brick road with her broom, and the road eventually like leads to the Emerald City, just like in the movie, which a lot of people were saying could be a nod to Debut as like her final release in the like Taylor's Virgin Journey. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then the castle at the end of the road is also giving people a lot of Bejeweled Castle like similarities. So a lot of people were like, there's a similarity. Nobody really knew what it meant, but we saw the connection.
Okay.
Then we realized that she's in a book. And so you like flip the book and you see that on the other side, there's like 3 Grim Reapers that are like flipping her off.
Just hilarious.
I love it. So some people believe that those 3 people represent Scooter, Scott, and Kanye. And I'm obsessed with that theory. But isn't that so good?
Dying.
It's so good.
That is amazing.
I know. Because that's totally like
100%.
Yeah. I know. I loved it so much. There were like a few other theories that I was not as excited about. Like that was the one that just called to me.
I'm
but
obsessed with that.
Other people did believe that it could be like the 3 albums that she hasn't re-recorded yet. So like 1989 Rep and Debut. But I was like, why would they flip her off? Like they wouldn't.
Why would
like,
they be depicted that way? Why would they be flipping her off? I'm obsessed with that.
And then somebody else wrote in a book theory. So they said, if the theory on the biography of Taylor Swift becomes true, like her writing a book about her life, this could be an Easter egg to that. She's inside a book. It's supposed to be referencing the album Taylor Swift. So this would be the biographical book of Taylor Swift's life. It has pretty and dark sides to it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's cool. Especially, I mean, there's been lots of Taylor Swift writing a book, Easter eggs between All Too Well, the song Dear Reader. People were like really expecting a book, honestly, in like the last year. So I could see that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. But
that would be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
A autobiography.
I don't know if I'm ready for it. Honestly.
Are you ready for it?
Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm not. I feel like... Okay, when do you think she would put one out, though? Like, do you feel like she'd wait till the end of her career? Or would she put one out now and then do another one?
I don't know.
Because there's just so much more that I want to know. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, if she waits till the end of her career, how many things is she going to leave out? Because you can't make a book too big.
If I were her, I'm like, yeah, because, I mean, even if she made it now, in my opinion, it could be massive.
Oh, 100%.
So think about if she waited till the very end of her career. I'm like, it's got to be in volumes.
Yeah.
Like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3.
It could be really cool if she did it through the end of like putting out her re-records.
Yeah, that would
like,
be really cool.
That is a big chapter in her life. I
could see that.
So like going
chapter.
Going through and then like ending there. And then she could do like another book.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
See, this is the bad thing about like talking about this and counting about this, because now I want that.
I know.
And when it doesn't happen, I'm going to be so sad.
We're chanting
more.
Give us a book, give us a movie, give us all the albums, give us music videos.
Literally everything. I will pay whatever.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so is that all for that one, I guess?
Yeah, I think so. Because then it moves to the next one.
So the next scene, we have the hourglass scene. We have like a Taylor on the top and the bottom of the hourglass. She blows a kiss. Purple dust flies out and we see her in a purple hourglass. There is a purple hourglass available from the August Slipped Away merch collection.
I thought that was interesting.
Jealous. I should have bought that.
Yeah, for reals. Purple.
We could have put it right here on our little desk.
That would have been cute.
If anyone wants to send us theirs, we'll put it right here. We'll credit you every video.
Every video. And thank you too. So and so,
Also,
so and so.
while we're on the topic of our little table, I just want to point this out because I'm pretty sure on YouTube, like you can't totally see or tell. But
yeah.
just so you know, we have this little calendar thing, which if you're looking,
same one
you'll
as-
notice it's the same from the Spotify pop-up from Tortured Poets. It's so cute.
So cute.
I was able to get one there at Target. They were at Target. And it's like a little calendar, and we like change the date every episode for like, the release date of the episode, which is super fun.
We are Easter egging.
We are Easter egging. You can't really see it super well, but it is there.
It is there.
And we hope you appreciate it.
For reals, because every week we adjust it. I love it. I love it. It would be really fun if we could get to a point where we were like Easter egging in the studio. Future things that were coming.
That would be really fun.
Ooh.
Someday.
Yes. Okay. I have some ideas already.
Carly's scheming. Okay, so then the gold bodysuit she's wearing is very similar to the 2019 AMA's performance that she did for Artist of the Decade. And at that point in time, she didn't own any of her first 6 albums. And the hourglass could be a symbol of, I don't own my music yet, but it's just a matter of time.
Which I love. Yes.
We see Taylor at the top of the hourglass sitting in the purple sand, and then another Taylor bathing in the purple sand raining down on the bottom of the hourglass. Here's an hourglass theory. Someone put the meaning of the hourglass in the scene is time passing and karma doing its work. On one side, the time for the people who've wronged her to get their bad karma is approaching. On the other side, Taylor is happily bathing and sensually,
which I love,
bathing in the good things karma is bringing to her. Also, the sand is purple, so this could be a reference to the next step of karma servings. Speak Now TV. Good for Taylor, bad for the people who bought her albums. Love that.
Yeah.
Also, I still don't know the meaning of any of this, but the hourglass kind of like is a similar shape to like an infinity symbol. And I've also seen, so the reason I know all this is because on the Eras tour, on the stage during one of the songs, I think during Tortured Poets, I can't remember which song, there is an infinity symbol on the stage, like being projected on the stage. And so people were like, making connections. And I remember people talking about the hourglass scene. And that kind of looks like an infinity symbol, but also like, obviously we can't completely tell, but if you watch closely when the Taylor on the top, she's like drawing in the sand, it kind of looks like she's drawing an infinity symbol.
Now I need to go rewatch.
Yeah.
Because she totally is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
So not really sure,
what does that mean?
Meaning to it, and I don't know. It could be like a karma meaning, almost like what comes around goes around.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I like that though.
Yeah, kind of cool.
If you guys have thoughts on that, comment below. People are way better about that kind of stuff than I am. I feel like.
Yes. We love to learn alongside you guys by bringing the information to you.
Yes,
and we aren't the best at
tell me what this means.
Finding it ourselves.
No, for real. Okay, so then we see Taylor looking super 1950s housewife, like pinned up hair, bright red lip,
big diamond necklace.
Yes, exactly.
Which gives her vibes, but whatever.
Yes. That's a good point. Yeah. And she's laying on her cat, Olivia. So some people believe that she chose her cat, Olivia, because she got that cat in 2014, which was the same year 1989 was released. And so they were saying, okay, 1989 is coming next. Some other people said it totally looked like when she was laying on her bed during the Teardrops on My Guitar music video. And when she's laying in the like flower petals on the Our Song music video.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's kind of cool, but I definitely get more like blank space vibes. And so I'm like, okay, 1989. Also the necklace that she's wearing has 13 like pearls. You can see, obviously. Because why would she wear anything else?
Yes. Oh man.
She probably was like, okay, love that necklace. You got to take off 3 of those.
Yeah. Seriously. Okay, now reminder, the music video for Karma is the remix that features Ice Spice.
Like throws me off every time.
I
I don't know
know.
why. I mean, I like see the music video with Ice Spice, but I forget that it's like her song version.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
know why.
curious. I intended to ask this question. I don't know if now is the right time. But typically, from at least my memory, correct me if I'm wrong, Taylor doesn't make music videos from like the remixes. So I'm curious your thoughts on like what you think like the purpose for that was. And part of the reason why I say maybe now isn't the right time, maybe it would be better to talk about like after we get more towards the end after, like, because from here going forward, Ice Spice is almost in the entire rest of the music video, and there's like clear scenes. It's like you need two, like you really need like two standout people. You're not gonna just throw some random person in. So like maybe that's why. But I don't know. Maybe think about that as we talk, and we'll come back to it in a little bit.
Okay, I love it.
So we have the Ice Spice pearl scene. It transitions to Ice Spice holding a pearl in a red outfit. She's like in a clamshell.
Yeah.
And someone believes this is where we figure out that she has been Easter egging. I love that verb.
Yes.
Each re-record album during this music video. This was a Red reference to the All Too Well 10-minute version lyrics. The idea you had of me, who was she, and never needy, ever lovely jewel whose shine reflects on you.
Love that line.
Yes. And then first we get Fearless with the gold statue, then Rep with the Underworld and the snake, then Debut and Dorothy and the Yellow Brick Road, Speak Now with the purple sand, and 1989 when you get to her lying on like the Olivia rug thing.
So it's just cool to like see how many like ways you can be like, oh, that album. And then she like there's more in here later, but it's crazy that she's not just, it's like all of her albums impact the re-records. The ones that she's already re-recorded and the ones that are coming.
Yes. So here is a little theory, seashell theory. So it may be a reference to the exile clock with the countdown for the end of Taylor's exile from her albums. That's from the Bejeweled music video. And so this person said, I wondered why she's associating a seashell with reclaiming her album. So I searched what is the symbolism of seashells. This is why we love Swifties.
I know, for reals. So true.
Here's what I found. Some people believe a shell's hard texture makes one's mind stronger. That is why seashells stand for a resilient and determined mindset. It also represents protection against evil spirits. Similarly, others believe shells are a bridge between the physical and the supernatural realm. This belief comes from Shell's close relationship with water and water spirits. So I think that the seashell associated with her reclaiming her work by re-recording her first 6 albums indicates that this process is a symbol of strength and resilience for Taylor. Also, the National Seashell Day is on the first day of summer, which is June 21st of this year.
So that would have been
last
2024.
Year. This year, it's June 20th.
Yeah, I thought I'd look it up just to see.
Yes.
So maybe June 20th.
Yes.
We could plan for something. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and then also that in the intro to the Eras tour, those big things that they hold up, those are supposed to be seashells. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
So maybe we do need to be paying attention to like seashells. June 20th.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and we'll talk about it later, I really do think June is going to be something. The more I hear about it, I feel like June fits more with Debut for either an announcement or something, but I don't know. Just throw that out there.
The summer we turned crazy.
For real. Yep, except for I already feel crazy. The summer I go more crazy.
Okay, so there could be a movie connection because we've had like the Dorothy, and has that been the only one so far? Really,
I think so. Yeah.
It could be like The Little Mermaid. When was Little Mermaid made? 1989. And when did she release this music video? May 26th, the same day as when The Little Mermaid was released. Wow.
I know.
This
Like, of
person
course.
wrote, pretty cool coincidence. Not a coincidence.
Always on purpose.
Always on purpose. Always. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick ad break to talk about today's sponsor, Love Olive Co.
Mm-hmm.
We love them. We get lots of clothes from them, which is so fun. Do you want to
Yes.
show your outfit?
Yes, we are both wearing Love Olive
Yes.
Co. This, if you guys remember, we talked about earlier. I ended up loving a sweater from them so much. I bought it in 2 colors. The
Yep.
other one was 2 tones of blue. This
It's
is
so
the
cute.
pink one.
It's
I'm
so
so
cute.
obsessed with it. Yeah. It's like also been like a great spring, like transitional sweater. So it's super fun. And then I am wearing my jeans I got from them, which have been my new favorite pair of jeans.
They're so good.
They're so comfortable.
They
Like,
really are.
they're so stretchy, and this is TMI.
Say it.
If you are a very, very close friend of mine, you have heard me complain about jeans a lot lately, and also complain about the size of my butt, which is too small. So, I've been working on that, but these, because the style of jeans these days is where, I mean, we grew up in like the peak of like jeggings and like skinny jeans, and so we're millennials. We're embracing the barrel jeans and the wide leg jeans, and we're trying. But like a huge complaint of mine and like other friends of mine is that like it drives us nuts that like these mom jeans or barrel jeans or wide leg jeans, like they don't fit your butt like at all. Like it's just baggy and
and then I'm like, this doesn't look
weird,
good.
you know? Not these babies.
These
are
so
like
good.
wide leg jeans, and they fit in the butt. Even if you don't have that, I have a small butt. It fits my butt really well, and it makes me very happy.
Yes.
I'm like, why aren't they all like this? This is perfect.
I know. They're way, way good.
Yeah.
So we'll link those too, so you guys know exactly which ones they are. Yeah. But then I got this vest.
It's so
I know.
cute.
I really like it. It's really, really cute. So she's like a floral vest with like these like little bow ties, which is kind of fun.
It's so cute.
It's a good one.
Love it. So yeah, we do have a code with Love Olive Co for you. You can use TTM podcast for 10% off your order at loveoliveco.com. If you are local to us in Utah, they actually have 2 brick and mortar stores. They have one in Provo, which is new, and they have one up in Layton.
Yeah.
So
I also think they have one in Arizona.
Oh, fun.
I think there's this. Yeah.
So fun. So
yeah,
check them out.
Okay, so then we go to the lasso scene, like up in the sky. So we see Ice Spice and Taylor like climbing stairs above the clouds. They're both in like full length bodysuits, and Taylor's is very similar to like VMA when we thought we were gonna get Rep TV, and the like Look What You Made Me Do music video, like the silver glittery jewels that like hang down. And then they end up saddling.
Saddling.
Yeah. Right?
I think
Why
so.
does that sound so weird to me for some reason?
Lassoing. We're both looking at each other like
this
that
is
sounds
wrong.
fine, but
what did I lassoing? Especially because I literally just said the lasso scene.
Saddling.
Oh
my gosh.
the lasso. Wow. Scene. Okay. Lassoing the moon and Saturn, which is like a callback reference to Folklore 7 when she says like love you to the moon and Saturn. I thought it was interesting. Saturn in astrology, Saturn is the god of karma. I was like, love it. Okay, so this is the theory that literally hurt my brain. I think I like sent you a text and I was like, some people are too crazy. Like I literally had to take a break after this because it was too intense. So I'm going to talk a little bit, but like I just can't with the full thing. So apparently at the time of this music video, Saturn was in Aries. Saturn will enter Aries again for the first time in 30 years on February 13th, 2026. So very interesting that it's a February, which we have been clowning for Rep TV, and the 13th. And then
Aries.
And Aries.
I mean, that's not in Aries season, but like
Yeah, whatever the like
Dang.
moon or something. I don't know. Anyway, so then there will be a new. See, that's the thing is like I don't know astrology very well, which is why this was like hurting my freaking brain.
Yeah.
So they said there will be a new moon in Capricorn on July 29th of 2026 and a full moon in Capricorn on December 24th. 2026. Coincidentally, debut will turn 20 that year. So a lot of people were saying like they literally had this like full thread. I like cut it down a little bit, but basically I was like, okay, February 13th, very interesting idea to me, but that is 2026. I don't feel like the re-records are going to be pushed out that far. Maybe something else though.
Yeah.
And then just like all the full moons and everything. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
And then so Taylor throws her lasso and it shows Ice Spice how to do it. So kind of like showing her the ropes in the music industry. A lot of people were saying that like Taylor's lasso being silver was like a folklore reference and Ice Spice is like more golden. So it's like more of an Evermore. And then they're standing in front of a Midnight Sky for Midnights. So that's how you get the remaining albums. Very reminiscent to me of the like Nothing New lyrics. I know someday I'm going to meet her. It's a fever dream, the kind of radiance you only have at 17. She'll know the way and then she'll say she got the map for me. So just like Taylor's like, I'm okay like showing other people how I do this.
So I guess really quick before you move on from that, we were taking our pictures for the podcast.
Oh,
Do you remember this? And
maybe.
Our friend who takes our pictures, her name's Aubrey. Shout out Aubrey. I know you listen to the podcast. She told me a theory I had never heard before.
Yes, I forgot about this.
And I was already kind of planning to bring it up, but like everything you just said actually totally plays into it. So she said that she heard someone say that like the lyric "Karma takes all my friends to the summit," that like the summit could potentially be like Taylor's own recording record label.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So it's very interesting to think of Taylor and a new and upcoming artist that like she sees potential in.
Yeah.
They're both rising to the summit of the stairs.
Yeah.
She's showing her the ropes.
I love it.
Isn't that fun?
Honestly, the fact that Taylor has not created her own record label is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Like she absolutely should.
Yeah.
It really surprises me she hasn't.
I know.
Well, and like Ed Sheeran has. I'm sure they've like talked about it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, that was like something that we had also kind of clowned for towards the end of the Eras tour when like Sabrina was coming out in white and Gracie was coming out in white. And they were doing those like bowing poses and like those pictures. I don't know. It will haunt us.
It really will. So many things.
So many unanswered
for reals. For reals. Okay, so there's also a solar eclipse that's happening in this scene. And I actually brought up this whole clowning theory about solar eclipses on our Patreon.
So much about solar eclipses when it comes to Taylor Swift.
Yes. So when I saw this reference too, I was like just another thing to like add to that and like be aware. And I really should probably, no, I'm not going to. I will let somebody else watch the solar eclipse like patterns and then tell me about it. But like,
let us know if you're into that. You keep us posted.
You keep me posted. Because when the solar eclipse happens, like everything goes dark. And so maybe that's when she'll either like release or announce Rep TV.
That reminds me. Earlier, I forgot I was going to say something and I couldn't remember what it was. I remember now.
Love it. Let's hear it.
I had kind of mentioned like, oh, what if she wipes her Instagram again or whatever? Yeah. And you're like, that would be so fun, but I love her Instagram. I don't know what it is now. I don't know if it's like archiving posts or what, but like she could wipe everything clean and then like later just like bring it back. I've seen there's like there's a local brand here in Utah called Caxico. If you haven't heard of them, they sell really fun hair accessories. They are Swifties, and so when they
remember when they did that,
they were making like a big announcement, and they totally pulled a Taylor and like wiped all their stuff clean, and then like did all these dramatic videos to like tease stuff, and it was super fun. But then I was kind of surprised. I was like, you're
That's like
wiping
all your
Instagram as like a small business. That's like a huge deal.
Yeah.
But like a couple
like,
days
came
later,
back.
they just like brought it back. So
Yeah.
I'm like, she could do that.
She really could. Yeah.
I would love that.
It really would be amazing.
I know.
But like we've said, we are recording this a little bit early. Apparently the next solar eclipse is March 14th.
Uh-oh. That's
next week, right?
That's
No, that's this
3
Friday.
days. That's this Friday.
So this could be old or irrelevant news. But also apparently she released the very first snake video on Instagram for Rep on an eclipse.
Well, if it happens and you're hearing this after the fact, know that we
knew before.
We just didn't tell you.
I also
we'll talk about it on Patreon tomorrow. Let's talk about it on Patreon.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I vaguely remember this, but because she did that, a lot of people were like speculating that the name of the album would be Eclipse. That was like what, back in 2017? Before I feel like the clowning literally went everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like more small stuff.
That's interesting.
I vaguely remember that.
Especially because there really have been a ton of like astrology references, moons, stars kind of references. So
yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Then we go to the light bulb scene. So at first we see one Taylor light bulb singing.
She's like in a light bulb.
Inside of the light bulb.
And she's like holding up the light.
Yeah, like the little wire thing, whatever. And then there's 3 Taylor light bulbs, which Speak Now is her 3rd album, so it could be an Easter egg for Speak Now TV. And then 2 more light bulbs light up, making 5. So 1989, 5th album. So maybe that's her signaling that 1989 TV is coming after Speak Now TV.
Yep, got that right.
And then we saw someone saying that the light bulb scene, when it flickers, it's Morse code and says 1989, which
I can't fact check that. Sorry.
Yeah, we're just taking
but I like to believe
at their word. And then the light bulbs shatter, and some believe this is her breaking away from constraints and reinventing herself yet once again, since that's part of why she's still relevant. She's not afraid to change and break away from what's limiting her.
No, she's not.
So.
No, she's not. And then we move into, I always call it the Moana scene.
Yeah, which again is like another movie scene.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's definitely a Moana reference.
Ice Spice is like up in the clouds, and then Taylor is like the mountain scene. Is that Tafiti?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never remember which one's which. But this... So like scene, and she does it when she says the words, "I can reclaim the land," which is totally like another Moana reference too. Like I feel like the whole thing.
Well,
like,
even
really
if you think of like Tafiti and
Taka. There you go. The reason I was mad that I couldn't remember this is because my son was like obsessed with Moana like a month ago, and we watched it like over and over. Yeah,
that's funny.
But he liked the lava monster.
Okay,
because he's a boy and he thinks that's cool.
I mean, you could totally make.
I kept having to look up like what is that name.
You could totally make parallels between, because technically Tafiti and Taka are the same person.
Yeah.
And you could totally make those parallels to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I
hadn't thought of that. That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more to the Moana scene than I thought.
Maybe. I was going to say, I think this is something I was going to say earlier and I was holding off, but people kind of speculated, because this music video came out before Moana 2 and before we knew much about Moana 2, and people wondered if somehow Taylor was going to be involved, like whether she was like one of her songs was going to be in it or something. Cool. But it wasn't.
No, unfortunately.
But that's fun. Maybe it's more conceptual then, kind of like I was saying. That's fun. Okay, so we're going to take another ad break. Today we're going to be talking about clean some plates.
Yes.
Which you guys know we love.
I finally tried. I had gotten the clear protein. I tried like the protein in a can, and I really liked those, but I wanted to try the clear protein, like the full powder. I loved it. It was such a good switch up
Mm.
because I don't love drinking like the milk ones later on in the day. That like feels such like and I think it's just because I drink it so much in the morning that now it like just feels like in my head like this is a breakfast thing or like a morning time thing. So it feels weird to like have it during the day. But my husband tried it and I like had some and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is something that now I'm gonna drink like at lunch if I like miss my morning one or like a nice one to like switch things up. But it was really nice because it's just like water, just a scoop of that, and it like tasted really good. So I got the blue Bahama flavor and I really liked it. My husband said he thought it tasted like blue Slurpee, which I am all for. Like I think it was great. So it was really, really good.
I really want to try. I've wanted to try the clear protein because, as you know, I've recently very much become converted to the the brownie batter in the milk. But I agree, it does feel a little heavy, like middle of the day, and also like I'm not a huge milk drinker, which
I'm
is
not either.
why, honestly, I like stayed away from doing that for so long. And so it would be nice to like change it up and just do one with water. But they have that flavor that I want to try, and they also have the like pink Starburst flavor.
I want to try that
I
one
want
too.
to try. So
I know, because they have pink burst and then pineapple passion flavor, and then the blue Bahama.
Yeah,
So
I want to try.
So if you guys want to try it out, you can use code TTN10 for 10% off your order, and that's at cleansimpleeats.com.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the next scene we have is the lover gondola scene. So they're on a boat with like the prettiest pink and light blue sky, which is reflecting on the water, very much giving lover vibes.
100%.
It's so crazy. I've never realized this before. But there are 5 birds in this gondola scene, which is a hint to 1989 coming next.
Love it.
And then there's a theory from someone saying Taylor is exploring new waters, i.e., beginning to own her own albums completely. Lover is the first album she owned the lyrics and the masters of.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, she's like trying a new thing.
But also, who's in the boat with her?
I spy. Her label.
Her label. Trying new things with new artists.
Love that.
Yeah.
I would love it if she did that.
Well, I just feel like, especially on tour, I mean, we've kind of known this of her before, but especially over the last couple of years, and especially with tour, you can tell Taylor really loves working with up and coming artists.
Yes.
And it's like important to her to like help educate them. And like, can you imagine if she had her own label?
No.
That would be insane.
It would be.
It would be amazing.
If she like was able to get some of these people that she has helped mentor, like could you imagine her bringing like Gracie with her?
Yeah.
Or Sabrina?
Well, it's really funny because I mean, I don't think this is true anymore, but like when did this happen? A year and a half ago, when all the people left Scooter.
Oh yes.
And people like, I think that was around the time that our friend Aubrey told us that theory, and I was like, maybe all those people leaving Scooter are gonna join Taylor's record label, like Demi Lovato, because they've been friends before.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that would have been really cool.
Justin Bieber. Just kidding. Yeah,
so
right.
Funny.
Okay.
And then the final scene, the coffee cup scene, which I feel like is the infamous scene of this whole thing.
Which is still, in my opinion, unsolved.
Oh, 100%.
Which is the scene we were referencing at the beginning. There's endless theories with this coffee cup. If you have some we don't talk about, drop them in the comments. Because
I need to know. Yeah. So it's the part where like she's holding the coffee cup and her black nail is on the 2 and the blue nail is on the 8. So a lot of people were saying, okay, like read it left to right, like 8 for August 1989, then rep. But like we've been wrong about the rep one over and over again.
Februaries in a row.
Yes.
But February 13th, 2026, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I loved this theory. Somebody was saying that the coffee cup is like in between the nails, and then oh my gosh, wait, sorry. somebody said that the coffee cup, there's like too many theories with this that I found. I'm like, which one am I saying? Okay, so the coffee cup is in between the nails, and the coffee cup stands for the Karma album that should have gone between 1989
Oh
and
my
Rep.
God.
So when that strikes 12, we should be getting the Lost Karma album.
Please.
So they're like, so after 1989, I guess Karma before Rep?
Oh my gosh.
I loved it so much.
Yes,
I don't think that's going to
please.
happen,
I
but
know, but
I loved it. I loved it. This was the one I was originally thinking is, does Taylor stand for debut? And so we have 8, 2, and then Taylor stands for debut next to the like 6.
which we've connected
Which I
debut
feel
to
like,
June a lot.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
So I really liked that because I could see that too.
Mhm.
But this is the part that I always forget. And you said the same thing when we were like
Mhm.
watching it before we started. But like Taylor then like takes the coffee to like this dark haired guy at the piano.
Mhm.
Originally when this came out, a lot of people were like, Maddie Healy? Maddie Healy? It's like, I mean,
Could have
maybe,
been.
but like I feel like it's got to be like Jack Antonoff.
Mm.
Also in that scene, which we know this was happening, and I love this so much, we get a view when she like puts the coffee cup down of 11 piano keys. So was that an Easter egg for her and Jack? We're currently working on TS11,
Probably.
which they were.
Yeah. And
Like that was May.
I
of-
remember people talking about like the colors on the coffee cup totally remind you of Torture Poets.
Oh yeah,
So
that's a good point.
yeah. So it
'Cause,
was
like,
like
she
1989 and then Tortured Poets and then Rep.
Come on.
Something.
I know, for real. So,
I'm
so
sorry, it's fine. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
more.
More whenever you're ready.
Yeah. More. Okay, and then the very last thing is like the clock hits midnight, and there are a few theories that I found around this. So a couple of people were saying like this means it's the conclusion of the Midnight's era, the music video, like all the additions. Like I'm closing this chapter, and it's almost like I'm starting on TS11, like it's coming. Or a lot of people were saying like it's similar to the seashell clock in the Bejeweled music video, meaning that like when midnight is approaching for Exile to end means she's almost done owning all of her albums. So if you guys don't remember, like in the Bejeweled music video, like you had get that like countdown for like Exile ends, and that countdown begins at 3 and then moves to 2, and then
3, 2,
1. And then that video cuts away from the seashell clock frame. And so people were saying, well, there's only 3 albums left to be owned after that point. She then has to release Speak Now, which we knew was coming. And so then you're at 2 albums left to be reclaimed. So they were saying like she needs to release another album. So maybe that means like by the end of that year, we were going to have 2 albums re-recorded in 2023, which we did. We had Speak Now in 1989. So I just felt like that's like a lot of blah, blah, blah. But I'm kind of confused. It's like at 55, 56 seconds, it doesn't tick down. It jumps. Like it stays at 56 and then just boop. Which I don't know if that means anything, but I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Like I feel like it should go like do.
Yeah.
Anyway, people, unless you're on YouTube, you can't see what I'm doing.
She's
but
ticking
you know
with
what
her
I'm
hands.
ticking. Yes. So I don't know if you guys have thoughts on that too. Let me know in the comments. But I mean, that's the whole music video. There are 2 theories kind of about Karma in general and like Midnights that I found while researching that I feel like we have to read.
Okay.
So let's read those and then we can kind of like wrap it up.
Okay. So this is a Midnight's theory. So someone cracked the code to the Midnight's Mayhem with Me phones. I'm so excited.
I know.
In most videos, Taylor holds the video with her left hand, except in the 7th and 10th announcement videos. 7 and 10 represent July and October, respectively. July is when she released Speak Now TV, and October is when she released 1989 TV. And the upside down phones, you might ask, they show up in the 2nd and 6th video. So there are good reasons to believe that Rep TV will be released in February and debut in June 2024.
I mean, so we're wrong about the
debut
date,
June
but
2024 and Rep February 2020.
I know.
No, wait, 2025. Oh my gosh.
But I'm like, okay, once again, we're getting like major debut in June
Yes.
vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just pushing it back. June 2025. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
And then to add another layer of craziness, there's the 112-day theory. There are 112 days between the start of the Eras tour and the release of Speak Now TV, another 112 to 1989 TV, and 112 days from then is February 16th. Rep TV? Question mark. Yeah, we all.
I know, we all thought.
And right in the middle of the 112 days between 1989 and Rep is January 1st. I don't know what that means, but there you have it.
See, but I
Well,
feel
it
like
means nothing.
yeah,
Just
it meant
kidding.
nothing. But
Just
I
kidding.
felt like we could get something because of New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you guys don't know the 112-day theory, you can look it up. But like we do talk a lot about that on our Patreon. So you can always go back and
Yes.
listen to older episodes. We've talked about that a lot. But I know like the second half of that was like so wrong. But I thought the like phone thing
Yes.
was very interesting.
For sure. Because that was always a big mystery.
And to know that like the upside down phones are on a 2 and a 6. Like we keep getting 2s and 6s.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be something. So anyway, okay, last one to read. This person says, also, I'm still a clown for the Karma album. And I was like, oh, absolutely reading this on the podcast.
Yeah.
And this video has only made me believe more. So TS11 could be, which, okay, so all right, scratch that. We know what TS11 is.
Yeah.
But TS11 could be the vault album Karma that would have been TS6. Karma is written on the man wall twice, black for Midnight and orange for the album. We have Karma written in the same font as in the Man video. Karma is track 11. There are 11 black keys on the piano at the end of the video. These are all hints that Karma will be the 11th album. There are also frequent hints at Karma being hidden in plain sight. The orange door in the lover house, we see that it exists, but we can't see behind the door. The orange cooler and the you need to calm down. When the albums are lined up in the lawn chairs, the frequent orange gold ball imagery, etc. I was like, yes, I'm a Karma truther. I get it. But you know what I literally just thought?
What? I love those.
TS11 was supposed to be Karma.
Yeah.
Just like TS6 was supposed to be Karma. But then
Yes.
shiz hit the fan.
Yes.
She had to write about Maddie Healy.
Yes.
And once again,
yes.
Karma got the boot.
Yes.
When will we eventually get it? Maybe she was Easter egging for TS11 to be Karma. And then her life hit the fan. Because at this point, this music video, she was dating Maddie Healy.
Yes. This was right before they ended.
Anyway,
crazy.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that was a blast.
It was. It's always a good time.
So much chit-chatting.
I know.
It was a good time, though. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I don't know. I
love doing like the Easter eggs. It's like so casual and it's just like fun.
Yeah. And this is so fun. Like that we get to do this. It makes me so happy.
I love it so much.
And we're happy that you guys love the podcast too. Like it's the greatest decision.
We ever made. Yeah. For sure.
It's so fun.
Totally agree. Yeah. If you're not following us on social media, just search Typical Tuesday Night. We'll come up like on all the platforms. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. All the things.
Yes, and we have something special coming up. We are doing our Midnight's Trivia Night. So if you guys don't know, at the end of last year, we did a trivia night. We thought we'd try it with our Patreon. Yeah. We were like, that would be like a fun little I don't know, different thing to do. It was a hit.
It was so much fun.
We had so much fun. Yes. Everyone that came had so much fun. And we were like, we gotta make this a more regular thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was so much fun. So we kind of decided that, like, when we do our series, we are going to try out doing, like, a trivia night at the end of each of our series. So now that we're about wrapped up with our Midnight series, we are going to do a Midnight's Trivia Night on our Patreon. Yeah. So if you want details for that, how to join in on trivia, when, like, the date of trivia and all that, head to our social media, probably especially Instagram. Mm-hmm. You'll find it there. You can
also, like, it will absolutely be on Patreon.
Yes.
It's going to be $5. That helps to just, like, cover everything. There are prizes. There are, like, things, you know, like, things you can win, cover the cost of, like, the program and all of that.
Yeah.
So, but then you also, like, get all of our bonus content, the group chats, all of that. So if you know that you for sure want to do the Midnight's trivia, just sign up for Junior Jewels on Patreon.
Yes.
And then that will definitely have the info. But if you kind of want to like see more about it, then you can, like look on our Instagram.
Yeah.
So, but join us next week for our Midnight's draft episode. Jess, you're going down. Just kidding. I'm very intrigued to see how this one will go. Because I think we have very similar likes and dislikes on this one.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But then it's fun for you guys to be able to vote and see like which team you would prefer.
Yes, for sure. Okay, thanks again for joining us. The support means a lot. And it's so fun to dive into all these Easter eggs with you guys. So we had so much fun. And just a reminder to always remember that although this version of the song does not exist, Karma is always the guy on the Chiefs.
Bye, guys.
Okay, see ya.